Hi again everyone, Alex here back with another one, and today I thought about certain things I would love to see in future anime episodes of D4DJ. Double Mix premiered in Japan back in August of 2022, with All Mix premiering at the beginning of 2023. Some are probably asking, will we even get another season? And I think we will. First Mix ran from late 2020 into early 2021, and All Mix ran in early 2023. So, if I were to guess, a third season may come around late 2024, early 2025. Anyway, in the video, these are just 5 things that I would love to see in future anime seasons of D4DJ. Let's get started. Number 5, Shinobu and Nagisa cousin shenanigans. I've played Groovy Mix enough to know that an episode featuring Shinobu and Nagisa hijinks would be a fun one, and a good way for them to bond too. I think there are quite a few ways to go with it, whether it's something gaming related, perhaps they get into a big disagreement or an argument, or heck, just doing something funny in general. Heck, you want to make this more funny, I enjoyed the story between Nagisa, Shinobu, Toa, and Noah, so an episode with those 4 would be really fun and really chaotic. Please give me it.
I'm gonna need that chicken!
If we get an episode like this, then perhaps we could see Nagisa and Shinobu make a song together. Now, I'm not caught up with all the stories in the game, but I don't think that's ever occurred, but correct me if I'm wrong. Regardless, I would love to see more Nagisa Shinobu shenanigans. Number 4, Sophia character development. Sophia is the DJ of Abyssmare, and at the end of the All Mix season finale, we did see a glimpse of them in Unicorn. Sophia has had a rather dark past, to a point where she considered taking her own life. That was until she heard Neo singing and it saved her life. I will say at first glance when I saw Sophia, I was more like, Jesus Christ, she needs help. But after reading into the Side Nova stories and getting to know her, I understand why she is how she is towards Neo and why she acts the way she does, and it's heartbreaking. Deep down inside, I really feel like Sophia is a sweetheart. I would assume that a third season of D4DJ will cover a lot of Abyssmare and Unicorn, so I would really love to see Sophia continue to develop in the anime. Maybe she makes friends with some of the other DJ girls, or continues to improve her relations within Abyssmare. When you look at all of Abyssmare, these are 4 girls who in some way have had it rough. But in the end, they are like a family. A dysfunctional one, but a family nonetheless. It's better to have a dysfunctional one than none at all. I think there's a lot of good in Sophia, and I'd like to see her develop more. She needs hugs, and yeah, she still needs a bit of therapy too. Number 3, more relationship growth with Hayate and Kokoa. Speaking of the 2 units, let's shift over to Unicorn. I'd love to see Hayate and Kokoa's romantic relationship continue to build and grow in an episode. We've seen great instances of that in the game, such as when they finally opened up about their relationship more towards Lumina and, well, they tried with Michiru, right? Oh, Michiru, you funny girl. Very, very, very silly. But yeah, I would love to see what else they do with the lovely couple. Such an interesting dynamic too, where Kokoa sometimes shows that she has a rather sharp way of speaking and saying things, and sometimes can have a short fuse too. Then you got Miss I've Conceived, who, yes, can be an airhead, but also she does a good job calming down Kokoa, and plus there's a great sense of trust between the two. Kokoa really feels like that she can really open up to someone like Hayate, and that's why the relationship has been great, and it's great to see too. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing this more in a future anime episode if we get one. Number 2, Neo Lumina Wholesome Sister Shenanigans. So we know that Lumina was composed of all of the data from Neo's mother, Aria, who was practically like the #1 diva in the world, the #1 singer in the world, and that her base code, Lumina's base code, was written by Neo's father, who essentially wanted to bring Aria back in the form of AI. So yeah, Neo and Lumina are practically sisters by fault.
Okay, but think about that. That actually doesn't make any sense.
Lumina even treats Neo as her little sister, and it's adorable and hilarious. I want to see more of this because this could make for something extremely wholesome, and again, get that sweet, sweet character development. Lumina truly cares about Neo, and perhaps we can get an episode where it's showing that Neo has learned to accept that Lumina is more like a sister figure to her. We saw in Transmitted Heat, the Heart at 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit, that Neo called up Lumina and discussed while helping the other three who were sick, she felt unsure about whether she truly did enough or not. She ends up getting some advice from Lumina, and we saw this absolutely sweet, adorable moment.
大切な仲間だからな。感情表現が苦手で不器用だった妹が仲間のためにけなげに頑張ろうとしている。燃える。
God, seriously, I want to see more sisterly bonds between Neo and Lumina. I am all in for it. Before I get to number 1, I do want to bring up one honorable mention, and that is Call of Artemis. I think it's fair they get some of the anime love too. We've seen Irie appear on and off in the series, and Shadow appear in First Mix. We've yet to see Mana and Toka in the anime, and I think it would be fun if there was some kind of OVA for COA. I'm glad they finally got a big story in Groovy Mix recently, and now it would be fun to see COA develop more, and we get to know more about these four. Have I been rhyming stuff on purpose? OVA for COA, more about these four? Anyway, I'm sorry. They got back together, and now they want to go on a big world tour. And perhaps that world tour could be what the OVA is based on too. I think it would make for a great OVA. I'd just love to see some Call of Artemis love, you know? Alright, let's move to number 1, and honestly, yeah, this kind of sounds a little generic, but basically, one big, incredible DJ showdown. I guess it depends on what happens in the upcoming Chapter 4 story of the game, but I would assume this is going to be poorly aged at some point too. This is something that would happen at the end of the season as well. That there would be a great DJ showdown, and I feel like it's got to involve a toss-up between Abyss Mare, Call of Artists, and Piki Piki, or practically all three. Now, don't get me wrong, every unit is awesome, every unit is great, I love every single one of them. As a matter of fact, I may do a video regarding something I like about every character, I won't lie. I feel like if there were the ones that really stood out, that claimed they're the best, it's definitely the three that I just mentioned. Abyss Mare, Call of Artemis, and Piki Piki. Now, perhaps you can do like a massive tournament, or another D4 Fest takes place, but perhaps something deeper, and how music can truly bring people together. The love and passion for both loving, listening to, and making music can be expressed through something like this. And, you know, honestly, the more I think about it, screw this idea of being an episode. Let's make that into a movie, right? Let's make it into a movie. I know Bang Dream had Film Live. I've yet to watch it. I still need to catch up on that. So, I don't know, maybe D4DJ eventually gets a movie at some point. It probably won't air in America, but I would be all in for one. I could save that for another time, but I do feel like something like that, or on a smaller scale, could happen towards the end of the season. Or, you know, we may just get it in Chapter 4, because, again, we've been kind of teasing that Abyss Mare perhaps wants to compete with the likes of Call of Artemis. The other units want to compete with Abyss Mare after what happened at D4 Fest USA.
I'll get you, bitch!
There's so many different ideas, so many different things that can happen. We have no idea if or when we get another season. I seriously think that we will get another D4DJ season. I would be rather surprised if we don't. And if we do get another D4DJ season, I would love to hear what you guys have to say in the description down below. What do you want to see in the third season, or really in any future anime of D4DJ? With all that being said, I also want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. It's been a great first year for this channel. I am debating making a Q&A video, and if I do, I'll release something on that here in the near future. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Alex, and I'll see you in the next video.